Coming up, Revolution Trains Class 321 and Working Lights in a old Class 47.
Hi, I'm Jeff and welcome back to Flint Hills. A couple of videos back I converted this old Farish Class 47 to DCC, and just to update you a little bit further, I'll show you how I've now added some working directional lights to this model. Plus the Revolution Trains Class 321 arrived this week, so I share my unboxing and my thoughts on their latest offering. So first, let's have a quick look at how I installed some working lights to this Class 47. Enjoy.
Within the cab of the Class 47 there is this translucent piece of material. The idea was I was going to connect some LEDs to this, but unfortunately the chassis itself that goes into the Class 47 would rub against this, and it's very tight. So I took out this plastic lighting bar, and it leaves you with, luckily, these nice two clean holes. So this is why I had to create something. So here's a picture of the Class 47 chassis against the body, and as you can see it is very tight fitting at the end, and when I inserted this in, it quite often breaks that plastic lighting bar, so I knew I was going to be tight for room. So this is what I came up with. During the New Year sales, I treated myself to a resin 3D printer. It's taken a little bit of getting used to, but the results have been fantastic. So I thought to myself, well, let's have a go and see if we could make something here. So John at Piccadilly Model Railway suggested using Tinkercad. So here I've used Tinkercad to design the new light bar. And what I've done in the green and the yellow bits is to add a slice on where I'm going to put the LED and the small resistor, and I've did two different versions here so I can actually try the different ways of putting the LED lights in with the actual resistor. So from the back side you can actually see where I've put the resistor in the middle, and I've put the two LEDs left and right. And on this one I've actually put the LEDs right in the middle and put the resistor to one side. So I wanted to see which one gave me the best lighting that I was looking for. And here's the result of what was printed using the translucent resin. Yeah, totally amazed at the quality of what came out. And as you can see now from the other side as well, perfectly squared holes for me to put the LEDs inside as well as the resistor, so that it kept it all within the actual lighting bar itself. So very pleased with the quality of the printer. So what I've done here is I've actually inserted an SMD 1206 LED. This one is actually white and it fits the gap I made perfectly. So gives you a view of how small this is. Now I've added the red, and I've also added an SMD 1206 1K resistor, and I've glued them all in with a drop of super glue just to hold them in place. What I've done here is I've actually connected the black wire is the positive, which will be the blue wire on the decoder. So effectively the black wire goes to the resistor, and then that power is common across both of the LEDs. I've connected the green to the white LED, and to the red is the red LED. Now the green and the red will effectively connect it to the white and yellow on the decoder. So that will give me the directional lighting. So let's test those directional lights. So here is directional lighting, and what I'm really pleased is how much light is showing through the transparent plastic. On changing direction, I could see there was a little bit more red coming out of the left hand side than the right hand side, but once in the model actually this was quite negligible, and all I did here was to add some more black nail varnish to the back of them to stop the back glow effectively, so the light was all going forward down the two tubes that I wanted to show. So I put the lights into the loco, and this is how it looked, and I'm very pleased with the overall outcome. As you can see, looks really good. So this week at Flint Hills, my Revolution Trains Class 321 arrived, so I'm going to share my unboxing and my thoughts on this latest offering. The box itself is very well presented, and I do like Revolution Trains boxing. Yeah, it's very tight suction on that, but again, beautiful presentation box. So let's have a look what we've got inside. So there's our instructions, which I'll put to one side and have a read of. And this particular model I've got has actually got the decoder and the sound already fitted, so I don't have to open up any of the units to insert the decoders. Actual sponge pad, again a bit tight to get out, and here we are. So we've got a set of tweezers, and I understand these are for putting together the connections between the units. We've got some spare couplings which you can put in the front of the an end of the train if you want to make a bigger rake. So here's the, dare I say, the front coach. Yep, very well presented, very happy with that. Paint looks good, can't see any defects. Nice all around the windows, nice. And yet the notice in the front windscreen is good as well, so very happy with that. Let's have a look what, hang on. This is the motor car, and the bogie has come off in transit. Yeah, nothing else, so that's good. Everything's, and this is similar to what I've had before with the Revolution trains, so this should just pop straight back in. Make sure we get this right in the right way. That's a little bit tight. And yep, there's actually an arrow on the bogie itself, so if I'd looked at the bogie and saw the arrow, I could have seen the direction of going, but that's fine now, so that's okay. Right, we'll put that up on the rolling road in a minute and we'll run that in. But a very nice unit, pantograph's good. So let's get out the spare coach, the additional coach. Oh, we got some bits that have come off again in transit here. I don't know where they're from yet. Probably off the bottom by the looks of it. Yeah, I think there's some holes there where they go in, but that's not an issue. They'll just glue back in. Shame, obviously delicate parts, and they've just come off there, so they'll glue those back in. But yep, again, good model. A little bit of silver, not quite on the window frame there. see the end coach. Just trying to have a look at if there's any parts there that gives me a clue, but again, nice and clean, good looking, great detail on it. Just checking the clips on the coupling there. Yep, I'm happy with that one. Let's get it on the rolling road. So I've put the power car onto the rolling road, and we've got the sound to go with it. It seems to have a bit of noise coming from this end. Sounds like something's rubbing. A little wobble, but nothing major. It seems very noisy at that end. But we'll let it run and see how it goes. Okay, I've reversed the track power for a while now. And started and didn't want to run after that. Still got all the sound. But, okay. Right, so we'll try again. And now we're running, and it's been running a while now. And it's still making this funny noise at that end. Just disturb the power and go through the whole sound, boot up again. But it's still very noisy at the non-pantograph end. It sounds like something's rubbing to me. Whilst the power car is running in, I like to check the back-to-back measurements on all the wheels on all the other coaches. So it's got to be between 7.4 and 7.6, and I have a gauge which I can just insert into the wheels. There it goes, so I can check them and open them up or close them up. I can also check them using my vernier, which is currently showing 7.48 for that wheel spacing. Coupling is not the easiest thing to do. It's probably best to lay the train all on its side and then just clip on the actual connections and using the tweezers to clip them in. So I must say it's a very, very nice model, and very pleased with it. Seem to have a problem with one of the coaches. The lights are flickering. It might be a loose wire or printed circuit board or something. But yeah, it's out of the station and will make its way down the hill. Still got that bit of a funny noise coming from the motor power unit. And it does seem to want to stutter a bit. But I must say, it's a beautiful looking model. I've just got these teething problems while that light's flickering. It's don't know yet. Unfortunately, this is as good as it got, because as soon as I finished showing this clip here, the train just continued to derail and suffered other issues. And unfortunately she derails right here, and again it seems to be the car connection to the power car, and it's derailed on here, and again it's the connection with the power car. That wheel there's off and the other wheel's off, and she pulls away from the station again. And yeah, and it happens again. So clearly something's wrong with the loco. I took out the bogies on the drive unit, and I can see on this one here the middle gear, no problems whatsoever, very nice and runs smoothly. However, on the other one, it's a little bit more marked up, and I don't know if that's what's causing the problem. Um, but I would have expected that after just 2 hours of running.
Well, what a shame and disappointment. The Revolution Train Class 321 is a great model, but it's clearly having some running difficulties. I've emailed Revolution Trains, and Mike Howell has very quickly responded and has asked me to send the Class 321 back to him. Now, I do like the models being produced by Revolution Trains, and the attention to detail is great. However, I know many other, like myself, are concerned with the running issues. As an example, my Class 92 has gone back for repair, only having been used twice. And now this Class 321 has got to go back. I have many other pre-orders with Revolution Trains, so I'm looking forward to receiving them, and fingers crossed all the future models won't have any running issues. When I look at the lack of new Engage locos that Farish, Bachmann are offering, then I think we need brave manufacturers like Revolution Trains, as it can't be easy, and they will continue to get my support. Other manufacturers also have issues. My Daypole Class 220 won't pull the skin off a rice pudding, and many of my old Farish locos have suffered with split gears. In closing, I know Kato have been around for many years in manufacturing their models, and I must say my Eurostar, my Channel Tunnel shuttle unit, and the latest Class 800 are superb models. They always run, there is no issues or derailments. I think the UK manufacturers need to set their goals on producing models as good as Kato, and perhaps they would also benefit and get better quality if their components were made here. But that's just my view. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.